Good morning, students. Good morning to all. So now the time to study the commerce. So already we have completed the first lesson, and today we can complete the second lessons. Okay. So the second lesson is objectives of business. So in this second lesson, already we have studied the activities, the economic activities and the non-economic activities, and some of the type of activities and the classification of activities also we have studied. Okay, the classification of economic activities or the business activities can be classified on the basis of ownership and the circumstances and the area or the size, so we can classify it. No, and last day we have studied the classification of business activity on the basis of size and the ownership only, right? On the basis of size, so we can classify the business activity on two types: small scale business activity and large scale business activity. So on the basis of ownership also we can classify it two types. First one is private organization and the public organization. Next one is joint enterprises. Okay, today we can study the classification of business activity on the basis of their function. Okay, on the basis of the function, how can we classify the business activity? Before that, we can just remind the classification of business activity on the basis of size. So already we studied, the business activities on the basis of size. We can classified two types. One is small scale business activities. Okay, so in this small scale business activities, the business organization must has the less capital and the small number of workers. Okay, if any one of the entrepreneur of any one of the organizations are doing their business activity with the help of less capital and the small number of workers, this activity is called as a small scale business organization or business activities. Okay, for example, manufacturing textile in handloom or power looms. Okay, by using the one single unit of manufacturing textile by using handlooms or the power looms. Okay, and not only that, for establishing the small scale business activity, so we must need the amount should not exceed the 2 crores. Okay, and the number of workers also should not exceed the 100 workers. Okay, so below 100 workers and below 2 crores, if entrepreneurs are started or established in any of the industries, that industry is called as small scale industries. Okay, next, large scale industries. Okay, it is also the same, but this type of the business activities are undertaken with the help of huge capital and large number of workers. Okay, the huge capital, the amount, the need required amount must be about 2 crores. Okay, and the number of workers also above 250 workers. Okay, for example, manufacturing textile in large, the Raymond textiles and the Tripur cotton world and what the Pothys and so many of the textile industries are undertaking their own in the large scale. Okay, next, business activities in the basis of ownership. Okay, so the first one is private enterprises. So this type of the enterprises are said to be with the help of individual people. Okay, some of the enterprises is said to be a private enterprises where it is owned, managed and controlled by some of the persons or then government. Okay, so here all the business activities are deciding of the business are undertaken by the single individual persons, okay, are the sole proprietors. Okay, so the all the enterprises, it is owned, managed and controlled by a single persons. Okay, but even though, so we can consider these private enterprises as a sole proprietorship and the partnership. Okay, next, public enterprises. Okay, so the public enterprises is said to be a enterprises where it is owned, managed and controlled by the government or any of its agencies. Okay, sometimes it will be both. Okay, for example, is departmental undertaking and the public corporations are some of the government companies. Okay, the state trading companies are so many of the companies are there. Another one is joint enterprises. Joint enterprises mean it is said to be a joint enterprises where it is owned, managed and controlled by government and private entrepreneurs. Okay, so in our book the example is Maruti Suzuki is mentioned, but so many of the other companies also existing in our nations in the form of joint enterprises, right? Okay, now the today class the activities on the basis of function. Okay, how the business activity is functioning. On the basis of the functioning of the work, we can classify the business activities. Okay, so in this basis of function, we can classify the business activity as two type. First one is industries, next one is commerce. I think you have some idea about the industry, right? So in these industries includes all those business activities which are connected with raising, producing or processing of consumer goods. Okay, which are connected with production or processing of consumer goods. Okay, if any of the organizations are producing or processing of consumer goods means, so the channel of distributions, how to distribute the consumer goods from the place to consumer to place of consumer to the hands of producers. Okay, sorry, the place of producer to the hands of consumers. Okay, anyway, some of the industries must be having the business activities with the production or processing of consumer goods. Okay, for example, so all type of the consumer goods. So what are the consumer goods? Whatever we are using for our normal days, that is the consumer goods. If any of the organizations are having the undertaking the process of production or processing of consumer goods, that is called industry, right? Next one is commerce. So this is also you may have studied before itself, you know. So they established a link between the producers and the consumers of goods and maintains a smooth of uninterrupted flow of goods from producer to consumer. Okay, so the commerce is the link between a producer to the consumer. Okay, so in these industries, so some of the persons or some of the organizations are undertaking the process of production of consumer goods. Okay, but after over the production, so the produced commodities have to reach the hands of consumer, right? So in this area, those people are coming to make a link between the producer and the consumer. That activity is called as commercial activity, or it is commerce. Okay, so many of the distributors and the wholesaler, retailer and the channel of distribution, everything also will be coming under the commerce. Okay, so commerce simply mean, so commerce establishes a link between a producer and the consumers. Okay, what are the activities are made by create a link between producer and consumer is called commerce, right? Next, the characteristics of business. Okay, we are calling the business, you know. So some of the business activities are going on, but the business must have some of the characteristics. What are the characteristics are there? in the business activities. Mean first, as a good business have the production or procurement of goods. The production or procurement of goods. Okay. So in this business organization, the production or the procurement of goods must be happen. Okay. For the purpose of satisfying the human wants. Okay. So on the basis of the human wants only, so the need of productions will be appear. But even though the business, if you are considering the business, must be have the undertaking of production of good or the procurement of goods to satisfying the consumer wants. Okay, so without the production or without procurement of the goods from one person to another person is not considered a business. Okay, so as a business organization, in this business organization must will happen the production or procurement of goods, right? Next, sale or transfer of exchange. Okay, as a business activities must be the one of the characteristics of sales or transfer of exchange. Why the business activity has the characteristics, one of the characteristics of sales transfer of exchange? Mean, so without the transfer of exchange or the sale of the commodities, we should not or we cannot consider the business activities. Because for example, if any of the persons are producing any of the commodities for their own purpose, it is not their business activity. Okay, what can we say? Some of the peoples only cultivating the small crops for their own purpose. Okay, but if they are cultivating some of the crops for their own purpose, it is not considered as a business. Okay, some of the persons are weaving some of the clothes for their own purpose, it is not considered as a business. Okay, if you want to consider the action as a business activities mean, so there must be a sale or transfer exchange is must. Okay, we must sell the commodities from one person to another one of the persons, or the commodities must be transferred from one hand to another one of the hand. Okay, if any of the persons are producing the commodities for their own purpose, it is not considered as a business. Okay, next point is dealing in goods and services. Dealing in goods and services. Under this point, there must be have some of the dealing in goods and services. Goods and services mean maybe the good maybe as consumer goods like a paint press and soap and the books, stationery items and everything is also called as a consumer goods. And some of the service means the supply of electricity, gas, water, transportation, banking, insurance, everything is also considered as a service. The service is also provided by one of the business organizations, because nowadays so many of the people are needed of the service only, because without the transport, without the education, without the electricity, without the gas, without the banking, insurance, no man can live. Okay, so some of the dealing must be arranged within the goods and services. Okay, so the dealing then goods and services mean, so any of the business organization must have the dealing in providing the services or transferring the goods from one hands to another persons or one organization to public. That is called dealing in goods and services. Next, the regularity of dealings. Regularity of dealings. An isolated dealing in buying and selling does not constitute business. Okay, isolated dealing mean, suppose if I want on the basis of my desiredness, I am purchasing one of the bike. Okay, so after using the bike, if I don't want to have this bike, I can sell to the another persons. Okay, but this activity is cannot accepted as a business activity. Okay, so if you want to accept that or consider the business activity, the dealing of goods and services must be happen as a regular basis. Okay, So some of the persons are purchasing two more bikes and exchanging or modifying that bike, and if they are selling to the another one of the person as a that way as a second hand, so it is considered as a business activities. Okay, so when the purpose of earning the profit, if a persons are dealing the regular basis the commodity or the goods and services, that is called regularity of dealings. Okay, so the business activities must be have the dealings of goods and services on a regular basis. Okay, simply the buying and selling must be recurrent to the constitute business. Okay, so recurrent means so again and again the same process have to be happen. Next, profit motive. So an important feature of business is profit motive. So business is an economic activity by which human being make their living. Okay, if any of the persons are doing the business activity, that person must be having some of the profit motive. Okay, without profit motive, if any of the persons are doing the business or business activities, it is not considered as a business. It is called as a service. Services mean so on the free services. Okay, it is not considered as business. Okay, so in fact the attraction of profit which is pushes people to do business. Okay, so the people the profit only will make all the entrepreneur as a good businessman. Okay, if any of the entrepreneur are doing some of the work without having the profit, it will not considered as a business. Okay, so one of the features of the business is must having the profit motive. Okay, next element of risk. Under this point, so we can tell the profit that is expected in a business is always uncertain because it depends upon a number of factors beyond the control of businessman. Okay, now if you are doing some of the business mean the business must be face the some of risk. Some of the risk mean in this risk, so the loss is also one of the element of risk or one of the part of risk in business activities. Okay, so no businessman will earning more profit or the continuous profit in throughout the year. Okay, so all the entrepreneur must be facing some of the risk of losses. So risk in losses also will be arised on the basis of many factors. What are the factors mean? Change in consumer preference. Okay, normally now the consumer are preferring one type of commodities, and on the basis of changing the time, the preference of consumer will change. Okay, whenever the preference of consumer is changing, that time some of the loss will be arised in business activities. Okay, now the normal mobile was sold in our market. Okay, after the arrival of the Android mobile, so normal mobile was disappear. The demand of the normal mobile was disappear. Okay, next is shortage of raw materials. Okay, whenever the raw material to produce is having the shortage or lack of the raw materials, that time also some of the loss will be happen. Okay, next power crisis or transport bottlenecks. Okay, so because of these factors also some of them loss will be arises in our business organizations. Okay, so many factors are affecting the business activities because of the loss. Okay, so the loss risk of loss must be happening in the business organizations. This is also one of the characteristics of business. Okay, students, next we will see the comparison of business, profession and employment. So already we have studied as a separately. I think you may have understand or you must understand. Okay, but the mode of establishment. Okay, how can we establish the business organizations? So promoters decision for the registration and other formalities as prescribed by law. Okay, some of the business laws are there is made by the government. Okay, on the basis of the prescribed business law we can establish the business organization. Okay, and the profession, how can we establish the profession? Mean the membership of a professional body or certificate of practice. Okay, some of the professional body, all the professionalists also have one of the professional organizations. That organizations may be called as a professional body. Okay, so in this organization one person must be have a membership, and this person must have the certificate of practice of some particular line. Okay, next employment. Okay, how can we make the employment mean? Simple matter, service conduct or letter of appointment. Okay, suppose if you got any of the job opportunity from any of the organization, mean he will give support of the letter of appointment. If you have the appointment letter, you can get the job. Okay, next is nature of work. In this business activity or in this business, how the nature of work will be there? Mean goods and services provided to the public. Okay, the businessmen are producing the commodities, and the produced commodities is provided to the public. Okay, not only the goods, services also provided by the businessman or the business organization. Okay, but in the professions, okay, how nature of work will be there in this profession? Mean the personalized service of expert nature. Okay, personalized skill. For example, doctor must be providing their personalized service of expert in nature. In this nature, he will get some of the personal skill. This personal skill only will be provided to the public. Okay, but in this employment, how the nature of work is? They mean performing work assigned by the employer. Like the employer is assigned some of the work. The employee must be complement their work or performing their work. Next, qualifications. So what qualification is needed to establish the business or business organization? No minimum qualification is essential. Okay, even some of the uneducated people also have the more capital and have the special talent to produce any of the commodities or conducting any of the business organization, he can conduct. Okay, but in profession, so the qualification must be needed. The education and training in specialized field is must. Okay, for the doctor must be completed the MBBS, the lawyer must be completed the BL. Okay, like us, so many of the professions must be completed their specialized field. But in employment, minimum qualification is essential. Minimum qualifications mean, so on the basis of the job, so the minimum qualification is essential, right? Next, basic motive. What are the basic motive of business? So earning profit by satisfying needs of society. Okay, so the basic motive of the business organization is earning profits by satisfying needs of society. The basic motive is earning profit only, but the profit also earned by satisfying the needs of society. Okay, but here profession, the basic motive of the profession or the professionalist is rendering service. Okay, as a doctor must be have one of the motive to protecting the patient. Okay, like that the teachers also having some of the services to teach or make a student as a best. But in this employment, so earning wages or salary by serving the employer. Okay, one of the basic motive of the employment is serving the employer with the aim of earning wages or salary. Okay, and the capital, how much amount of capital is needed to establishing the business activity? So capital investment required as per the size of the firm. Okay, if we arranged the small size of business organization, So the low capital or less capital is essential. Okay. Otherwise, if you want to establish the huge amount of the large scale qualification, large scale business activities, mean the huge capital is needed. Okay. But in this profession, so limited capital necessary for establishment. Limited capital only is necessary, not for studying, not for gathering their qualifications. For establishing the profession area, some of the limited capital is necessary. Okay, for example, for studying the MBBS, so many amount is needed. Okay, but that amount will not will not added into the account of establishment. Okay, but if the persons after completed their MBBS, if you want to establish in of the hospital, for that some of the limited capital is necessary. Okay, but in this employment, no capital required. Okay, and the order of letter of appointment, so all the persons can get the job. Okay, there is no need to arranging the capital. Next, reward. How can we get the reward in this business organization? Mean and the form of profit. Okay, the profit is the reward for their business organizations. Okay, but next in this professional, in this profession, how can we get the reward? Mean on the basis of professional fees. Okay, the doctor also making the fee, the lawyer also making the fees. Okay, but in this employment, he will get the reward on the basis of salary or wages. Okay, in the form of salary or wages. Next, risk. So what are the risks are there? Any risk are there in this business activities? Mean profit are uncertain and irregular. Okay, when we are conducting the business activities or the business organization, some of the risk will be arises. What are the risk? Mean the profit is uncertain. Okay, and irregular. So this loss of risk, the risk of loss will be appear in these business organizations. Okay, but in this professional area, fee is regular and certain. Okay, so it will not be getting the negative point. Okay, suppose if any of the client are meeting the doctor or the lawyer or the teacher, the fee is regular one. Okay, so it is the certainty. Okay, so there is no risk of loss. Okay, but next in the employment, what are the risk will be arises? Mean the fixed and regular pay. Okay, some of the salary and wages are fixed and it will be paid on the regular basis. Okay, here also no risk. Then in this business organization only have the risk. Next, transfer of interest. In this business organization, if you want to transfer the interest, we can easily transfer the possible with some formalities. Okay, on the basis of the business law, we can easily transfer the ownership from the one person to another of the persons. Okay, but in this profession we cannot transferring the interest from one person to another one of the persons. Okay, because one person want to become a doctor, he must complete the MBBS and he has some of the experience knowledge. Okay, so this knowledge is also will be in their mind. Okay, so it is not possible to transferring the interest from one person to another one of the persons. Okay, so in this employment also, so employment is also related to the working capacity of the individual persons. Okay, so the working capacity will not capable to or will not arrange to transferable, will not transferable from one person to another one of the persons. Next, code of ethics. So what are the code of ethics is there in this business organization? Mean so no specific code of conduct, moral and ethical dealing only. Okay, there is no code of conduct, but the moral, the ethical dealings only is there. But in this profession, professional code of ethics are there. Okay, as a doctor must be obey the code of ethics, professional code of ethics. So lawyer also. So the all the professionalists must be obey and followed the professional code of ethics. Okay, but in this employment, rules and regulations of the employing organizations. Okay, some of the rules and regulations is arranged by the employer or employing organization. On the basis of the employing organization only he has to obey. Okay students, so today we have completed the comparisons of business, profession and employment, and some of the characteristics of business. Okay, if you have any doubt, please ask me. So tomorrow we can study the remaining portions. Thank you.